G'day, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Joy Wiggle Experience. Episode 6 to be specific. And also, it's the first episode of October. It's great to be back here and to speak with all of you again. And do we have a guest with us today? The guest we have is someone who I've collaborated with in the last 4 years, and he's been a frequent part of my fan dubs, especially the Wiggles movie fan dub, where he sang the song Hey There Wally, and most recently in the Cold Spaghetti Western fan dub, where he was one of my backup singers, as well as the voice of Fernandito Miguel. Please welcome to the show, the one and only Mr. CaloricLeader9, aka Ryan Boyd. Welcome to the podcast, Ryan.
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me on, Joey. It's a pleasure to be on this show.
It's great to have you here. And what a setup you've got there. The microphone, the headphones, everything. It's like you've really come prepared for these kind of shows.
um, I think honest to God, I think this is my I think well, I was on a podcast before for a YouTuber named Casa Loud podcast, but other than that, I think this is the second podcast I've ever been on.
Yeah, I think most people remember because you did a live stream not that long ago, and for some reason, I ended up joining the stream, and we were just chatting for like I think maybe an hour. I don't know if it was an hour, but it was a long time, and it was really funny. And then I was like, oh, okay, I know what I'm gonna make sure I do something like this again, but when I'm
Yeah.
talking to you and we've got high quality audio between us, so then people can hear exactly what we're saying. There's no delays in the internet and everything like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, it's great to have you here. Honestly, it's like we've had some very interesting guests on the show so far, and it's at the same time, they've all been Australian, but you, my friend, are also the first guest from the United States of America to join the podcast. How does that feel?
It's an honor. It's an honor. I even the moment I first heard that you were doing a podcast, I just knew I was gonna be on the show just because, we've been close for like 4 years and I got to be in so many of your fan dubs, and it's an honor. It's an honor, and I'm also honored to be the first American on this show. It's really an honor.
The first of many, too. I've got a long list of people ahead, but yeah, I wanted to make sure that you were the first. So it's very exciting to have you on, man.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
So let's go back from the very beginning because I know you've been quite active on social media for the past 10 years now. When did you
11.
first start? 11. So you started YouTube back in 2014.
Yes, CaloricLeader9 Productions is my current YouTube channel. We've been doing it for over 11 years now. Last year celebrating our 10-year anniversary. Yeah, how CaloricLeader9 really began was I've always had a passion, for storytelling and trying to get my creations and the ideas that are in my head out there. So I was like, I've heard of YouTube even like way before I first started my YouTube channel. I've actually first discovered YouTube probably around late 2006, somewhere around early 2007. So I knew what it was and I watched videos, but I never really got an understanding as to like how you can start a channel. And then when I heard that you can like have your own channel and do what these people were doing, I was like, I didn't know you can actually start a channel. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start my own channel and see, where it goes. And I had a channel prior, which ironically enough was also called CaloricLeader9. But that channel was like 12 videos, and I unfortunately lost the login to that account. And then I did a few YouTube channels with a friend of mine named Nicholas Tobolsky. And then in 2014, I decided I'm going to try again doing a solo YouTube channel. And I once again called it CaloricLeader9. And this is where we are today.
So CaloricLeader9, it's a very interesting name because I've even tried looking it up and I wanted to see if it was referenced from any things, but it's a very unique name and it's I'm just kind of curious, how did you come up with the name CaloricLeader9? Because it is quite a unique name to have on as a YouTube channel.
I get a question a lot. I get this question a lot on how did you come up with CaloricLeader9? Here's the thing. CaloricLeader9, it means nothing. So 2007, and here's the interesting part. CaloricLeader9, the name, has actually existed for years, even prior to the YouTube channel. 2007, my dad owned an Xbox 360, and I started playing on his system. So my dad was like, one day he was like, all right, if you're going to play on my Xbox, you got to make your own account. So I made my own account, and apparently there was like one of these like name generator things, and somehow, and I kid you not, the first thing that popped up was CaloricLeader9. Didn't register the fact that you can change your name. I was like, you know what, it's right there. Boom, put it there. So CaloricLeader9, it existed since 2007, but it's been a YouTube channel and an entertainment channel since 2014. So CaloricLeader9 has existed for pretty much almost almost 20 years technically. So yeah.
Almost 20 years, and it basically the name came from a generator on a Xbox console. That's so
Yeah,
that's
it
crazy.
it means nothing. And but I will say, number 9, the number 9, I will say, is one of my favorite numbers. So the fact that my favorite number came up in the name was, I don't know, it was fate, or I
I
don't
think it was
know,
great.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's crazy you say it means nothing because it's like it would mean a lot more now knowing that you're associated with it.
Yeah, it just stuck, and I just never changed it, and now that's how people know me by. Or sometimes, I'll shorten up to CL9 just to make it, sound a little catchy, but it's always CaloricLeader9.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Crazy. And it's crazy that, like, again, the fact that the name came from an Xbox console when you had to like create your profile, like that is
Yes.
mental.
Yes,
Because usually,
that is
because sometimes it can be really hard to figure out the name of a YouTube channel, but I think that's how most people go. I mean, I think that's honestly the easiest thing to come up with a YouTube channel name. You just use the one that Xbox will generate for you on their console, and then you just use that as your profile for everything. So it's like I kind of forget where PewDiePie got his name from. I'm presuming it might have been from a My Little Pony name or something. I don't know,
Yeah.
or
I think
like
he said
a
that
huge
somewhere, yeah.
Xbox channel thing. I think yeah, I think most YouTube creators honestly would probably get their name from their Xbox profiling. So yeah, I think that's just kind of the easiest way to have a YouTube channel name at
Yeah.
this point in time. But yeah, anyway, it's oh, there's so many things I want to ask you, man, because it's like it's great to have you on the show because you've been a very like I said, you've been very active on social media and you performed and with a lot of people, like one of the most prominent being Jason Pleasant. You've been a part of his not fan dub production, that's mine. You have been a part of his play along productions since 2016. Am I right?
Yes, next year will be 10 years since me and Jason have both become friends and that I've been a part of his videos. Yeah, how I met Jason was I saw a video. I knew of Jason's channel even prior to me meeting him. I was a Barney fanatic growing up. I used to have the videos, I used to have the toys and everything. And at some point in my life, I think somewhere around like 2007 or 2008, your interests, die out. And I just grew up and I just lost interest in Barney until somewhere around 2014. I discovered that, somehow the Barney videos popped up on YouTube, episodes, videos. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. Let me see these. Let me see if I could relive some of these. And I saw them and I was like, oh, that's awesome that they're getting uploaded now. And I was like, I don't know how they're not getting copyrighted and getting takedowns. But anyways, one day in 2015, I was on YouTube and I was reliving some Barney videos, and I happened to stumble upon a video called Barney Live New York City Play Along. And I was like, what is this? Right? And I'm like, this is gonna be some like YouTube poop or something like that, or like, I don't know. But it just piqued my interest. I think the word play along it just intrigued me. So I clicked on it. All of a sudden I see this guy and he's singing and he's interacting with the video and he has some of his friends interacting with the video. But the thing that really got me was this guy's doing backflips, he's doing his own stunts, and I'm like, who is this guy? Like, this dude's amazing. So about a year, and I was like, I want to be in this guy's videos. This guy looks cool. Um, but fate would have it, a year later, he puts out a video about, how to audition for his play along series. And he's like, if you want to be in my videos, you have to audition. And I go,
Fair enough.
let's see. So one day in May of 2016, I decided randomly, I'm going to audition for this guy. I'm going to audition. I haven't done a Barney song in years. So in my audition video, which is still on my YouTube channel, by the way, I did a Wiggle song as my audition tape. Did Dorothy the Dinosaur. And I said to myself, I was like, I know it's not a Barney song, but I haven't done a Barney song in a long time. But you know what? I'm going to see where this goes. I do the song, do all that, and sent the audition. And I was like, okay. I did what I not expecting anything back. Couple days later, the dude I was on Google Hangouts back in the day before I now use Discord as my primary source of like communication and everything. But Google Hangouts back in the day, that was like my primary forum back then. But one day on Google Hangouts, I get a message from Jason out of nowhere saying, your video was awesome. You have guts, you have talent, and I would love for you to be in my videos. And not only that, I want to meet you. So that very same day, he video calls me for the very first time. And he's like, so I'm doing Barney's Super Singing Circus. I was wondering if you want to be in it. And I was like, bro, like, let's go. So yeah, so from that point onwards, I officially became a part of his play along gang, and I've been in all the videos since then. And my most recent one is we did a comeback release to the Barney video Carnival of Numbers, which ironically enough was my second play along appearance on his channel in the original. And that video was awesome because it was him, myself, another awesome guy, Jalen Glover. He's an amazing dude. And the one and only Reby Rye guest starred. That was a secret we had to keep for months. And yeah, it was really great to have her in that video. But yeah, me and Jason, I don't really, the collabs have definitely, like, he's been a lot busier in recent years. So it's
Sure,
kind of,
yeah.
it's very rare now, but when it comes to the times where he does hire me for something, it's like I give my 100% participation. I'm like, let's go, but it's really awesome. And Jason is such an incredible dude, and I'm so proud of him. He's grown so much in the last couple of years. He's done so many big things, and I'm so proud of him. And Jason, if you're watching this, dude, I honestly am proud of you, and I'm so happy for your success. And I'm looking forward to what you do next, because seriously, you're like, this dude's been going places. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. It's incredible. The fact that this dude has grown over these last few years is just amazing. Even my family, when I show my family his videos, my dad, he's a huge fan of him. He's like, oh, what's Jason doing next? Like, is he gonna do a backflip? And I'm like, and one night he's like, be very grateful, Ryan, that you have an amazing friend like that, because you're gonna thank him down the line. And I'm like, of course I thank him. I thank him to this very day. Like, I'm so grateful that me and Jason are so close as we are now. It's seriously incredible, and I'm super honored for him to be my friend.
Wiggle sounds, and then I saw him dancing to the Wiggle groove, and then I thought, oh, this guy can move. Like, it was just a simple dance. And then you look into his profile, and then, like you said, he's doing backflips. I mean, he just does insane backflips, and it's like, and he just flips around, and it's like this guy is incredibly athletic. He's a very good dancer, which explains why he gets like hundreds of thousands of likes and millions of views on TikTok and Instagram. Like I agree, like he's actually taken off over the past couple of years. He was on the what's the name of that video? Come on with it. Come on with it.
Get on with it.
Get
Yeah.
on with it.
That
Yeah.
that came out
Because he became known on social media as the orange shirt guy. That's honestly, he should just be called. He needs to honestly like rename his profile as orange shirt guy, because it's like that he became so popular after that. I mean, he got featured in like
that
nearly every collaboration video of people doing it, and then they compare it to him, and it's like they can't do it, he can do it, he nails it. It's like
that came out
he's
that
so talented. Oh,
that came out of absolute nowhere. I knew that he was doing all those videos, and I was like, that's cool, because sometimes celebrities will, do those collabs with Jason. Sometimes they'll shout him out, and that's awesome. But I was not expecting, because there was like a month where he was silent, and I was like, what's happened to him? Then all of a sudden I go on his Instagram account, and he does this video, and there's the guy I'm like, what the heck is this? and it turns out they're doing, and then it turns out he's gonna be in the music video. And I'm like,
I was so shocked.
where in the world have you been?
That was crazy. It's like I couldn't believe that was happening.
Yeah,
That's such a what do you call it? That's such a you've made it moment. Honestly,
I was at the premiere, and my jaw dropped when I was like, this dude. I'm like, if this does not show that this dude has made it, I don't know what else would be.
Yeah, because it's like the guy flew out for him as well. It's like you think about that. It's like he flew out just to see Jason, just to meet him. Like of all the people who've done the challenge, he went to exclusively meet Jason. But that's because Jason was just getting viral, being known as the orange shirt guy. And I hope he doesn't always be remembered as just the orange shirt guy, because he is a very talented dude. He'll be remembered. Hopefully, he'll be remembered for being himself, for being just like insanely talented. And also never forget, I'm honestly will never forget those backflips. That's how I'm gonna remember him, just by those backflips.
Yes,
because he does like the most insane backflips, and then he's just like dancing to like sparkle sparkle. And even those videos, he gets so viral because of those videos alone. It's insane.
yeah, he got follows from all the members of ex-members now, because the group got broke up. But yes, he's followed by all the members of the XOMG Pop. He at one point, was even followed by JoJo Siwa, who, they're not.
We all know what happened to her, and she decided to try and be a serious singer, and that's just like it's hilarious. I find it really funny for some reason. It's like I don't feel sad. I just find it what is it that she says? Dream guest of my podcast. Her voice, it's so funny.
Yeah,
it's so funny.
It's very funny.
Yeah. Anyway, look, wish her the best. I'm not gonna talk down and be like, oh, you don't have to do that stuff, because some people want to move on, but at the same time, it doesn't always go right. So that's pretty much just the case of JoJo Siwa. So hope she's just doing all right, and maybe we should try and get her on the show one day. Try and get her on. Explain yourself, please. How can you disappoint millions of your fans like that, but then impress a million other ones?
Yeah.
Anyway, what was I saying? So having you on the show, it's interesting because you've been I keep saying active on social media. It's because you're always collaborating with Jason Pleasent and most of the other guys from the Play Along series, and you've even been doing your own as well on your YouTube channel. Is that because like you mentioned, Jason's become much busier than usual to upload his channel? Because he used to upload a lot, and then he started collaborating with other people, and I don't know what else is going on. I'm not going to go into details with that, but I think he's just honestly enjoying life at the moment, and he's just living up every moment, and he's just too busy to upload videos because he uploaded videos every 2 weeks too. I think it was every week,
Yeah.
every 2 weeks. So yeah. So I hope he's doing all right. But you've been taking over the reins for the play along videos by uploading your own on your channel. So when
Yeah,
they was that before or after? Oh no, obviously. I feel like, why am I asking before? Because I feel like Jason's the OG when it comes to play alongs. But when did
Yeah,
you?
so to explain it to everybody out there, Jason was the originator of the Play Along series. Jason was the guy who made the Play Along series how it is today. How I did my own Play Along series was I just, I was in Jason's videos for this was like a year um into my so-called I don't know, membership or something like that. But I've been with Jason, but at this point I was in his Play Along game for a year. And I was like, you know what? Why not try it on my own? Let's see. And it was going to be like a one-off experiment, didn't know where it was going to go. So I asked Jason, I was like, if you don't mind, do you think I could do my own series? And he's like, go ahead. You have my full consent. You have my full permission. Go right ahead. So I'm like, okay. So then I contact Isaiah Smith, who by then had just joined Jason's gang. And I was like, so I'm doing my own play along video. I was wondering if you want to guest star. And he's like, okay, sure. So I did the backyard show because I thought it would be poetic just to start off with the first Barney video that started it all, right? Um, yeah,
Oh yeah, the backyard game, that one. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. And at first, like nothing happened. And when I first started, I literally did everything myself. And then halfway through, when I started doing the Barney and Friends play alongs, I found an editor by the name of Christopher Patrick, who also is Australian. And he became my first editor for my YouTube because I never had an editor before. Never had people help me out with my videos. It was always 95% myself. But when Christopher Patrick joined, that really put a lot of stuff off of me. So now all I had to focus on was acting and, doing everything else. And then the editing, I just let him do it. And then, I had a person who I rarely mentioned nowadays. There was also Tommy Nelson, who also joined as editor. And then now we have an amazing editor named Miles Hauser, who's now been with us for almost 2 years now. And I will tell you, Miles is the most amazing editor I've ever seen. His debut was in the second slash reboot release to Barney in Concert. That was his first official editing job for me. He'd done some like prior editing stuff prior, but this was like his official first debut, and this was where we were to see like how his ability to edit like a big production would go. And he nailed it, man. He did an amazing job, even better than Tommy did. And and he's been great. He's really, and I think he brought a lot of new life on the channel. And around this time too, this was also when I don't know where, but all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, over the last year, my play along series has grown in like view wise and
Yeah.
subscriber wise. I go on my phone one day and a few years ago, I did a second slash reboot release to the video Barney's Magical Musical Adventure, which I did in 2021. And one day I wake up and I get a Gmail notification and it goes, "Congratulations, your video just reached 100,000 views." I'm like, "Oh,
A
what?"
lot, yeah.
I look and I'm like, and I scream. I go downstairs. I'm like, I just hit the big time. I just reached 100,000 views, and they didn't believe me. And I showed them, like, I'm dead serious. And then my fa- my family, they always thought that like I try to keep them out of like my social media life because I feel like I keep that separate from them because they're not really big when it comes to like social media. But
Yeah.
recently they've been seeing my videos and how big I've been getting. My dad
Mm,
is like, he's like, originally, he thought what I was doing was just, childish and everything. And not that he had a problem with it or anything, but, he was like, this is kind of different, but it's my son, he's unique. But he said, but especially recently in the last year, he's like, enjoy every single second of this because you're going to go places. And he was right. The play along series has grown so much. And I swear to you, after Barney's Magical Musical Adventure went viral, all of a sudden, my past videos that I've done like 2018, 2019, they're in the hundreds and thousands of views.
It's crazy. It's a great feeling too when you get a video that, like, especially one that you think that you put so much time into, because I hate it when you put so much time into making some fan like videos and stuff. Like, I've had the same thing when I've made my fan dubs. I felt like I've put a lot of effort and time into it when it's not getting the views that it deserves. At least I would say it over 10K. I would be happy with that at least, because then it's like, oh, okay. So at least some effort that I put into it is getting a lot of views. But when it only gets to like 1,000 or just over 1,000, it can be really frustrating, because it's like that feeling of like, so I put in that time and effort, and that like late night, like, because I've had days where I've literally been editing into like 3 a.m. It's like, because I'm in this like zone where I'm trying to like complete something, and it's like I'm nearly done, just got to get it there, because if I don't, I'm probably going to forget about it the next day. And then I do that, and then and then as soon as you upload the video, it's like it doesn't get the attention it deserves, and it's like it can be frustrating. I get that people have different preferences of what they want to see. I always try my best to listen to the fans as well. I don't know about you, but I think that's why our channels grow so much, is because we listen to what the audience want, and then that way more people are going to come to our channel and subscribe. And I think that the hardest thing is that you want to do something that makes you feel happy, and then you're stuck in like the zone of trying to impress everyone else just so you can grow your channel. And it can be
Yeah.
one of the hardest things is like you kind of do need to grow the channel, because it's like, because you talked about, because you've also recently started up a Patreon, and you've also got channel memberships on your channel, and that makes sense, because it's like if your channel grows to a certain amount, like, because at one point it's going to get to 10K, and it's like, it's kind of like, well, I like doing this as a hobby, but if I'm getting a lot of attention and lots of people are watching my videos and lots of people want to see stuff that I put so much time and effort into, I might as well do a Patreon. Like, that's how I felt as well when I started up a Patreon too, because I did that as a way of like, because if I'm making these fan up productions, I might as well have something to reward my viewers who support my channel, and also help fund for the memberships, because I have to pay like a monthly fee to edit some of these software. So it's not, so by the way, while you guys are enjoying that video that you watch for like 30 seconds, I pretty much pay like $30 a month just to make them or something like that. So I'm putting in that kind of effort just to make you guys enjoy a video that you're only going to watch for like 5 or 10 seconds. I'm not saying that's all my viewers. Some people only do that, but I think it can be the hardest thing. I don't know if you agree, but it's like you put in time and effort, and then they don't watch the entire thing, or they undervalue it and be like, oh, when are you going to upload this? And it's like, it can be the most frustrating thing as a content creator, but then you kind of like don't have a choice, because it's either you do what the algorithm is enjoying more, or
I've had fans who would ask me like what my next play along video would be, and there would be some who would, request me some stuff, but I would always give the same response in return, because I'm always one of those people who doesn't want to like, attack them, just because
yeah,
they want to, you
same.
know, just because they want to see something. And I always say to them, I'm like, I hear you, I listen to you, I will get there when I'm ready.
I think the
Doesn't mean
hardest thing too,
it
yeah,
doesn't
I was
mean
gonna
that I
say,
would
yeah.
yeah, it doesn't mean I will never do it.
Mm,
It just means that just give me time and I will get to it. I listen to you and I hear you. And trust me, deep down in my heart, I want to do it. I want to do this. But I'm going to do it
yeah.
at my own way, on my own pace, and I'm winging it.
Yeah, you just wing it. Sometimes you just wing it. You just like, if you're in a zone where you're like, okay, they want a video, I'll upload something they'll enjoy. It's like, and then sometimes I'll just like, I agree. I'll wing it sometimes. I'll just upload videos of like albums, and then see how that goes. And if they enjoy a certain kind of brand or genre, if it's trending on my channel, then I'll be like, okay, so I see this is doing reasonably well compared to my other videos. I might focus on this a bit more. But then the problem is something really specific. And it's like, because we've had a situation where some people were uploading old episodes of Play School on their YouTube channel. We had Joseph Marshall doing that recently, and Play
Shout out to
School.
him. Shout
Yeah,
out to him, by the way. Joseph Marshall, I just want to say this right now. Joseph Marshall is literally one of my all-time favorite YouTubers, especially when it comes to UK children's media. This dude is incredible. He
oh,
is an
dude, yeah.
amazing, amazing YouTuber. He uploaded the entire Shining Time Station series on his Google Drive, and I have a personal copy that I have on my drive just for nostalgia purposes. I'm not gonna re-upload it, obviously, but I have a copy. Just I have every single episode downloaded onto my drive, so that way I can have a copy of my own. And oh my god, it's so amazing to relive those episodes in the highest quality too.
Yeah, because
Amazing.
he gets master copies as well. He gets master copies. He's even in contact with some of the creators of these shows and like the people who wrote the music, because he also runs his own um music production as well, Silbert Studio,
Yeah,
Silbert Records, and he like re-uploads and I mean remasters these songs and even adds like demos of the people who recorded with them. And he because he gets in contact with them and he meets them and he gets like all the masters and everything. And I think some
yeah,
people don't seem to appreciate the fact that he's actually going through all that effort. Like I think he's one of the best people when it comes to uploading nostalgic material. Like not just in Australia, but I think in the like in the world. I was gonna say Australia. I think in the world, but particularly in Australia, because it's like no one else is doing what he's doing. And I think the problem is too, is like some people tend to undervalue what he does and the effort that he goes through and the people he meets with and gets the
yeah,
connections with
because
so we can upload these episodes because it's like some of them can be really really hard to find and I don't think most
yeah,
people understand how hard it can be to find most of these copies of like TV shows that
yeah,
probably
because
aired once and then you can't find again.
'Cause it's not your regular, channel where you just, upload just random, stuff out of nowhere. It's very this is a serious, serious YouTuber who literally has to go out of his way to find the best quality material just to use on his channel. And yeah, like you were saying, like, I don't think people really appreciate the hard work and effort that Joe does on his channel. It's amazing.
I wouldn't
I
say
see that.
all. I wouldn't say all. I would say some people. Some people who have like
Yeah.
repetitive kind of like I swear it's just memory loss at its finest. It's like you say to them, "Did you, mate? I can't. Like, I'm not a wizard. I can't get you exactly that episode like on the spot. Like, I gotta find it and stuff." And it's like, "Well, can you upload it now?" And it's like, "Do you not? You didn't hear what I said. I just said I don't have it." It's like some people are like that, and I think the hardest thing is you want to respond to it, but at the same time, they're always going to exist. There's
There
always going to be people like that, unfortunately, on the internet. And I think we
I
as
can
content
give
creators have to kind of like suck it up and be like,
I can
okay,
give
well, yeah.
I can give a prime example is that, Joseph currently 'cause, the record company you mentioned, it also just started expanding into TV and, like, DVD production.
Mm.
There's a re-release happening very soon on an old '90s show. I think it's called Ferry Boat Tug or something like that. I
Oh,
don't
Ferryboat Fred.
Yes, Ferry Boat Fred, thank you. Yeah, Ferry Boat Fred, it's getting re-released very soon on DVD, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be the whole series completely remastered, including the pilot that's never been seen in years. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and Joseph has well, the company has, they own the rights to it. And there was I'm not gonna say this YouTuber's name because I actually follow this YouTuber, and he's also incredible as well. But this YouTuber actually took the episodes and upload it on his channel when Joseph clearly said that people are not allowed to upload the full episodes of Fairy Boat Fred on their YouTube channels at all because he owns it.
Yeah. Yeah, because he
And
owns it. Yeah.
yeah, and when he threw a fit. He literally called him out in the comments and was like I specifically told you not to upload that. And the YouTuber was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, I'm sorry," and yeah, it was and I
Well,
was like,
if they put in the description as well, if they're like, please don't re-upload this as I own the rights, it's like that would be enough to be like, okay, well they own the rights, so we'll just leave it be. It's like like if they didn't say that, then you can't really blame someone for copying the video and posting it on their own channel. Because people re-upload all the time. But if you've asked them specifically in the description of the video to not re-upload the video, then that should be taken as like oh well, you had the option, so you didn't have to re-upload it after we told you not to. I think
right.
some people just tend to like I don't know. I can't really say because everyone's different. I think everyone's just different, and you know, some people get excited, and I get it. I get it. You know,
Yeah.
it can be really exciting to see these things that you know we haven't seen in like years, maybe even like ever, and it's like the problem is too is like I mentioned earlier, sometimes the work we put in to these videos, whether it's Joseph finding his you know, finding the episodes through the connections he has with like other people in his production team, or whether it's you making the play along videos, or whether it's me making my fan dubs, no matter how long we put into these videos and what effort we put into, you know, effort, time, blood, all that stuff, all everything that you could possibly imagine, tears and sweat, and it will always come across like so, I wouldn't say everyone. A lot of people will appreciate you, but then the ones who don't, I feel bad for the ones who don't understand because I don't think they've ever like had to lift a finger and work hard in their life if they've said specifically like, oh, I want this one, not this one.
Probably the biggest production of my entire life on the YouTube channel was when I tackled Barney's Great Adventure, a play-along movie. That is the not only one of the hardest play-alongs I ever did, this play-along was the longest production-wise we did because I got the idea as far back as 2020 during the pandemic, and I always was wondering, I was like, my 10-year anniversary is coming up, and I have to do something big. Why not tackle this? I haven't done a movie before. How about I do this? Right. And it took blood, sweat, tears,
Yeah,
time,
all of that.
and
Yeah,
the production was insane too. I announced it in 2021, filmed it from 2022 up until 2024. Had Tommy Nelson who was going to originally edit the video, but then freaking allegations came out against him from two people who came forward to me about it, which I won't get into, but there were some
yeah.
allegations that came out against him regarding him and a female member of my gang, and it
Mm,
wasn't right. So I had to literally fire him. And then I had Miles, and then Miles had to end up editing the movie. And we spent 7 months, me and Miles, literally like tackling this movie. Like we spent hours on video calls making sure this is right, that this is correct, that it's staying true to, and just, just trying to make sure that the vision and everything was right too. It was when it was finally completed, when we finally finished it in August of 2024, months before it got released, I literally collapsed from exhaustion. I was
oh
like, thank
yeah.
God this is done. Thank God.
Yeah, it's
But
a great. I get that feeling too. The moment I finish the last dialogue editing on the fan dubs, I'm like, oh, thank God it's over. But then it's not even. That's not even the work. That's not even the hardest part. The hardest part is having to deal with the comments, like of some people being like, can you please? I request this. Can you do this?" And it's like, you've got to be kidding me. And I think. I think
thankfully,
the
yeah.
hardest thing is having to cope with that. You got to not react to it, and you just got to cope and be like, okay. So some
Thankfully when it comes to my play along videos, unfortunately due to YouTube's stupid algorithm, they're
yeah,
obviously kid friendly and they're made for kids. So the comment section is literally gone. But
probably for the best for those situations, but still,
but
you
but
kind of
I
want to
came
hear
up
feedback. Yeah.
but I came up with a very awesome technique that's been working over the last couple of years. I don't really know if I should say it, but
No, it's
I'll just
okay. I think this will be an explicit episode on the
yeah, it'll
podcast.
be an excellent. But no, but I came up with this brilliant idea. I was like, obviously they're gonna mark these videos as made for kids, but I was like, I had an idea. So the technique how I do this now is I upload the video on the day it premieres, at least 2 or 3 hours before, and I mark the video as not made for kids at first. Let it premiere as normal. If some people write in the comment section, I just ignore it. It's just the live chat I focus on,
Yeah.
right? And then when the premiere is done, all I have to do, and to satisfy YouTube, I just go into the studio and I just mark it as made for kids. That way, I have what I want and YouTube can have what they want. Win-win. 50-50.
Win-win. Oh, wait, so you have 2 videos on your channel, you said?
Play along videos. Yeah, so yeah, the play alongs, how we do it now is very, very, I have to make sure the video's like out like a couple hours before. Because if I do it like a day in advance or maybe like a few days in advance, it's going to mark the video as made for kids. So I always make sure to upload it on the day it premieres, probably like an out, like 2 or 3 hours beforehand. And then I mark it as not made for kids, let it premiere with the live chat so I can at least interact with my audience. And then when it's done, all I have to do is go, and to satisfy YouTube, I just go into the studio, mark it again as yes, it's made for kids. And then, yeah. And I've done this technique for the last couple of years, like probably last 2 or 3 years now, and it's worked. It's worked ever since. It's like I found a loophole in your contract.
Too bad they're gonna hear it now.
Yeah, I mean,
on this podcast.
well, I have revealed it before, and nothing's happened. So
sometimes they don't really like. It's all like, yeah, it's part of the, because it's not always them. It's just part of the AI system algorithm. Because sometimes you'll have a video that's literally not made for kids, and it's like you barely even checked it. It's like, no, we don't have to. It's made for kids. It's like
I even had to make
it's just their system.
I even had to make 2 outros for my channel now. One that's kid friendly and one that's non-kid friendly.
Yeah.
And that was a
This
pain.
whole
That was a pain because I
podcast
had
is
to literally
literally not
ask my
kid
editor.
friendly.
Yeah, because I had to literally ask my editor last year. I'm like, so do you mind making like 2 different versions of the outro? Because we need one that's kid friendly and one that's non kid friendly. And he's like, why? He's like, and I'm like, it's YouTube, man. It's YouTube. Just don't question it.
Don't question it. That's a great way to put it.
Fine, I'll do it. Gotta make 2 versions. But yeah, but despite YouTube and its flaws, I'm always, to this day, I'm still very grateful, for getting this far, 11 years on, and and I'm still growing to this day. We just recently reached 6,000 subscribers. I took a risk this year in getting my YouTube channel monetized, which I thought would never happen. I'm so glad they gave me a chance, and I've been getting money, and it's been amazing because I can literally do things that I couldn't even originally did. Like yesterday, and like for example, yesterday, right? I decided out of a whim yesterday to do something I've never done for the first time. I'm 26, by the way.
Same here, brother.
I went to a restaurant, I ordered myself dinner, and for the first time ever, I paid for my own meal with my YouTube money.
That's crazy. That's a good feeling of like,
It it
hey,
it was
I didn't have
it
to
was
use,
it
yeah.
was it was such a great feeling. And I was literally in a restaurant and I don't know why, but like I was like the guy looked at me and it was like, are you all right? And I'm like, and I told him everything and I was like, I'm paying, like, this is literally my YouTube money that I'm paying with. And he's like, oh dude, like that's awesome that you actually are at a point now where you can do this. I'm like, yeah, I'm extremely grateful, that I can do this now. And speaking of, not trying to promote myself, but
No, it's all right,
getting
man. I'll tag your channel and everything in this. Yeah.
yeah, but to anyone out there, if you are willing to like support me and the channel, please not only subscribe, consider becoming a channel member, join my Patreon, because not only you're supporting me and the channel, you will be getting some awesome exclusive benefits. Like you'll be getting shout outs, you'll be getting probably like your name in my videos in the end credits, or I don't know, getting a new YouTube video 2 days before on Patreon only, that's a big win-win. Especially play-alongs. I release them on Fridays. You guys on Patreon, if you become a Patreon member, you'll get them on Wednesdays, 2 days before the public even gets it.
Yeah,
So, if that doesn't give you a
yeah,
reason
feel
to
free to,
support me
yeah,
on
guys,
Patreon,
guys,
definitely.
feel free to subscribe to CaloricLeader9 and please check out his Patreon and his channel because you won't be disappointed. He does some very, very great play along videos.
Yes, it takes. I will warn you though, it does. Especially in recent years, it's been getting bigger, and it do take a long time. Um, but it definitely will be worth it in the end. And speaking of play-alongs, I actually have two upcoming play-alongs that are coming very soon. One of them is the second slash reboot release to Rock with Barney, and that's actually the last second slash reboot release I'm doing because after that, all my remake backyard gang play-alongs will be finished. And then this December, or should I say this Christmas, for this year's CaloricLeader9 Christmas special, I am doing the final release, which means this will be the last time I will be doing this play along video ever on my channel. I'm doing Waiting for Santa for the last and final time. And funny enough, I actually filmed a scene for that today. I won't go into it, but let's just say um, it's definitely gonna be a shock for the fans. I'll definitely will send you a photo after, Joey, because you're gonna be like, why is he doing this?
I'm gonna guess he's Australian. It might not be. I don't know. I'm probably just if it's. I'm gonna predict it's Jonathan Eade. Actually, maybe not. I don't know.
No, no, no.
It's okay. I think I'll be surprised. I think I'll be very surprised. But yeah, I think what was I gonna say? Yeah, you've honestly like you've grown. I think in the last couple of years, for at least 4 years. Yeah, it's impressive to watch. And we were talking about how great it was to watch Jason grow as a YouTuber, but you as well. Like, man, you've become you've turned your hobby into like the beginning of a potential, future of content creation. Because it's like, who knows how many more people are going to come and support you on Patreon and your
My
channel.
life my life has definitely changed in these last couple of years, especially, with the YouTube channel and growing and everything. And also, like, I'm doing a lot more collaborations now. In fact, and something I can actually reveal on this podcast is and probably one of the biggest milestones to happen to me this year is I'm gonna be in an animated movie. I'm gonna be in a
Oh
movie.
wow.
Voice acting. It's for a YouTube channel, which I highly suggest you guys go subscribe to. Her name is Pinky Machine Studios. It's run by two sisters named Rhapsody Starlet and her sister Blood Rain Starlet, and they're doing a Disney well, not really Disney, but like a Disney-fied like film, like Disney inspired film called Alicia and the Kingdom of Starlight. And I am in the movie. I'm an animal in the movie. I'm playing a beaver in the movie, and it was so. I just finished my recording recently, and it was a lot of fun to do that role. Um, there's a lot that I really cannot say because that's the other thing too, is that for the first time ever, I had to sign an NDA for the very first time. So that's really interesting because there's so much I want
Yeah.
to say, but I can't. But all I can tell you is that yes, I'm in this project. I voice an animal. That's really basically you're gonna get. But and whenever this comes out, you guys are gonna be in for a shock. You're even gonna love the character I voice. Like I let's just honestly say that the beaver voice, I there was a little bit of Barney inspiration in there, a little bit, but you'll have to find out for yourself whenever get whenever get words
Yeah.
whenever get that gets released.
Yeah. It's very exciting. I'll make sure to tag them in the comments too, so then people can check that out. And your big movie debut as a voice actor too. Crazy.
Yeah, that was a huge milestone for me. It was something, and oh yeah, I remember when I got the role. funny enough, the day that I got confirmation that I was going to be in the movie was a day before my 26th birthday. That made me emotional. I just looked at it, screamed my head off, went downstairs, told my parents, they were flipping out. I was like, it's happening for me. And I never thought in the 26 years that I've been on this in this never thought in the 26 years I've been alive that I would ever be a part of something like this. The fact that they gave me a chance to show off my talent to the world, it's fuck, I don't wanna cry, fuck.
That's okay. It's all right, man.
But,
It's quite a moment too, because I can understand that. Yeah, I mean, you feel like you work so hard to get where you are, and having to deal with, like, setbacks and everything, and then when you finally make it, it's such a feeling. Like, I get it. It's such a you feel like it's such an accomplished feeling of, like, you know, I cared so much about getting to this point. Like, I have to deal with all of this other stuff in my life to get where I am, and it's like, because you yourself have had, like, a couple of obviously we've all had setbacks, but you've had setbacks of your own, but you've come across them, and it's quite amazing to see where
yeah.
you've been from where you are before to where you are now as well.
I've had
But
yeah, I've definitely had a lot of setbacks, not only just, in terms of myself, but, I definitely see this as a trend going especially in the last, like, 5 years. One of the biggest, things I've learned in the last 5 years is, people always I think people have this thing now where they will take my success and everything I've grown over the last couple of years and just use my success just to, like, betray me and just, try to find ways to hurt me. And that's and it's a thing that's unfortunately has happened in the last couple of years. Like Tommy Nelson, stuff came out about him and I had to fire him. And that was a massive, huge
yeah.
betrayal because he was my editor. I had a Play Along gang member named Daniel Taylor. Same thing happened to him. And then I've had other people who have been a part of my life, and they later end up betraying me, and then they will say things about me that are just outright outlandish and ridiculous. And it's like, why
Mm,
even be associated with me when you're just gonna use me for that? It's like it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And also, like, some of them even they even don't take, accountability for their actions. It's like,
yeah.
"Oh, we've
Oh,
been there. We know what you
yeah.
did." It's like but yeah, it's a very unfortunate trend I've been seeing in the last 5 years. People will use me, and they will end up either, using me, or they'll just end up betraying me, and it hurts. It absolutely hurts. Tommy's betrayal, I remember was it took me weeks to recover from that because it's like it's so deep because that man's been a part of my channel for like 3 years, and for all that
Oh,
stuff to come out again about him because two people came to me saying all this stuff about him, and he's doing this behind my back when I'm not even noticing. It's like
mm,
it's so sad. It is so sad.
yeah. I think it's the hardest thing too. It's like, because it's like, especially when you've worked with these people for like years, and then you find out, of all the stuff that's been happening. And I get it. You feel a sense of just, betrayal. Like, wow, like, how could he be like that? Behind, how could he do these things to other people? It's like,
And they'll say
it,
stuff about me too. They'll say the most disgusting things about me. I remember one guy who was in my play along game named Cal Henninger, who was in one play along video, the second slash reboot release to Three Wishes. He makes a post one day on TikTok of me and Jason claiming that, oh, we're in a homosexual relation. I'm like,
oh yeah.
like, who does stuff like that? Like,
What is that? Like, oh, come on.
look, I go by any and all pronouns, but like, I'm straight. I don't
Yeah.
like guys. Like, I may go by any and all pronouns, but pronouns and sexuality, they're different.
Yeah.
My sexuality is straight, but I go by any and all pronouns. You can call me a he, you can call me a she, you can go hey, they, them. I don't care. I don't see myself as anything but Ryan.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good way to put it. I like to be known as Ryan. That's a
Yeah,
great way
because
to
I've
put
always
it.
because I've always struggled, for a long time, like discovering myself and who should I be and everything. And I think last year I saw and this show is I'm so glad this show is back on the air because I think this show really helped identify myself. Fraggle Rock, Back to the Rock. There was an episode where um and it had that, theme of like I'm not a he, I'm not a she. I'm, I'm what's his name? Like I'm Mowgli. I'm all that, and that really helped
Mm.
to identify like, yeah, like that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like I'm not this or that. Like I'm Ryan.
I think
You can call
everyone
me a
wants
she, you
to,
can call me
yeah.
a he. I don't freaking care. Call me all the pronouns in the book. I'm myself.
Yeah. I think everyone should just be comfortable, their own personal preference, not be peer pressured by anyone. And I agree. Like it's just you can be whatever you want, man. You can honestly be a he, she, they, them, any of that. Like that's totally fine. That's your life. It's your
Yeah,
preference,
I'm
and
I'm
no
I'm
one
I'm
should tell you
I'm
otherwise.
everything.
Like, yeah, I think it's important for people to understand that everyone lives their life differently, and we don't have to be forced to go by the standards that society wants us to be at, because it's like if it's not making us happy, then why is it gonna benefit society? It's like it's just making them happy, those who don't understand what it's like
Right, right.
to be us, yeah. That's very interesting. I like that you brought it up because it's a very, most people don't seem to understand. They think they know what's best for everyone, and it's like you don't really know that person if you think you know what's best for them. By saying that, you're like, I don't care what you think. I just think know what's best for you, even if your feelings say otherwise. It's like, mate, come on. Like, everyone's got
Yeah,
different lives and everyone's got different sensibilities. Everyone's got a different way of dealing with things, and everyone's got a different way of wanting to be who they want to be
yeah.
just because it makes them feel
People,
happy. Like them, it's their life. Like you don't get
yeah,
to tell them,
people,
that they should be this or that. Like everyone has the right to
people.
live their life the way they want to live it.
I've had
As long as
people
it's not
who,
creepy or anything like that, like
yeah,
obviously not, but it's like as long as they're happy, man. Like whatever you do that makes you happy, no one really has the right to tell you otherwise, because if it's making you happy, it's making you a better person, then why should anyone tell you otherwise what to be? Man, that's probably the first time I've gone in depth like something like
yeah.
that on the podcast. We've
I've
gotten
had
to that
I
point.
I've
Crazy.
I've I've had people who tried to, like, to tell me, like, "You should do this and do that," but this year, I made a motto for myself this year where I now go by, like, "I don't give a fuck what you think.
Yeah,
I'm doing what I think is good for me.
yeah,
If you don't like my videos, I'm not gonna give a fuck.
yeah,
Go watch some other fucking YouTuber like Markiplier or PewDiePie. Don't
yeah,
why the fuck are you here trying to say like, "Oh, you're a piece of shit," and blah, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck what you think.
yeah.
Honestly, I don't fucking care. Go the fuck away. But yeah,
Probably
I just felt
first f bombs on the podcast too. Don't worry, this will all be
oh, what an honor.
explicit. Yeah,
But but
don't
no,
worry.
I
This will
just
be like. Don't worry. Well, that's why there's going to be comments. At least we'll be able to see the comments. It won't be like made for kids on YouTube, because I hate it when they always do that for videos that aren't clearly made for kids.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, I just
but quite
evolved this
ironic for a podcast called the Joey Wiggle Podcast Experience. So
but
that's
yeah,
yeah,
I but I have this, back then, when I first started, like it's always about, like I knew what I was getting into when I started YouTube. Like I'm gonna have like a bunch of people looking at me and they're gonna question like why is he doing why is he doing this and why is he doing that? But like I said, like, I developed this over the years, and even now, like, I developed this attitude where I'm like, "You can look at me. You can judge me for liking Barney. You can judge me for
Yeah.
acting like a kid and blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck what you think.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Let's see them
I
say
don't.
that. Let's see them say that same question when you start making more through the years. It's like when you make more on
I
YouTube and
just I just
Patreon, it's like let's see them say the same thing again. You know?
I just look at it and I just move on. I
Yeah.
just look at the comments and I just move on. Or sometimes if it's just if it's, like, offensive and attacks at me, I just look at them and I'm like, "Oh, sweet, delete."
It's hilarious. That's so funny.
Thanos
Ugh.
snap you out of existence.
Thanos slap. Thanos snap. Yeah. A Thanos slap as well. I would do a Thanos slap. So it's like you slap them, but then it's kind of like they feel it before they disintegrate or whatever. Something I don't know. Something like that. Oh
Yeah.
man. Anyway, what else can we talk about? Oh yeah, so I'm surprised because you do a lot of singing as well. I don't know if it's because have you taken singing lessons before in the past?
Self-taught. I've never
Self-taught.
had a
Okay,
lesson.
self-taught. There we go. I've had a couple of people before who've had professional singing lessons, like Jonathan Eade and Gay Parari. But yeah, it's interesting to hear you being self-taught. I think a lot of people self-teach themselves. I don't know about Jason. I don't know if he's had lessons. He's clearly performed before in schools, but it's like I'm not sure about lessons unless he's actually had lessons. So
I
yeah,
can confirm that
he's
how
probably
Jason
yeah.
played, you wonder why Jason plays the guitar so well. He self-taught himself how to do
That's
that.
incredible. That is really incredible. A self-taught guitarist. That's incredible. That's like I think Prince was self-taught as well. So and I think that's what he said he inspired himself from too. And the guitar he got. That's
And he has the Prince guitar.
yeah. That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Oh, so you're a self-taught singer. So have you always when you were in school, like I might as well let's go a little bit back because I don't know much about your personal life or what you've done before YouTube, but growing up, when did you realize that you wanted to become a YouTuber? You know, what got you inspired, you know, like just from the surroundings, or was it just like what you were seeing on TV?
I think the inspiration was just really, like, looking at everything around me and just trying to be someone who can, like, be a role model and just an inspiration to many people, and I've had a lot of inspirations, um, even before YouTube, you know, the Wiggles were a huge inspiration. Greg Page is literally like I he's literally my idol, and I
Yeah.
idolize him so much. And, you know, Blue's Clues, Mister Rogers, like, all those incredible people, like, I've
Mm.
everything around me, like, it inspired me. But I think the real person who, like, inspired me to, like, become a YouTuber and tell, like, my own stories and give it, like, a chance, McJuggernuggets. McJuggernuggets is an incredible
Oh
YouTuber
yeah, him.
that's
Yeah.
known for the Psycho series that lasted, like, 3.5 years, and he literally, like, he lived a lie. Like, everyone thought that this dude had a real dad who was an absolute dick to him and had a dick ass of a brother, and they all thought that he was living this life when in reality, no, I'm telling a story. And then 3 years later, it's all fake, you know? And
But
it was
it felt like it. I didn't think it was gonna. I didn't think it was. Can I be honest? Watching the videos like now, they don't even look real to begin with. Like just because it feels very staged. Like there's no.
right.
Some of it looks really staged. It's like what parent would do something like that to their kid? Because it's like
Yeah.
the relationship's gonna just like
The
it's
thing
yeah.
the thing that and I definitely seen the signs. I was like there were times where I'm like, "Oh, this is definitely staged," but then there were other moments where it just felt so real, and I'm like, "Wow, like, is he, like, really living this?" But I think what really gave it away was the second to last video where he actually, like you know, banged his own dad, shoot his own dad. I'm trying to not, trying to be a little bit kid friendly here, but yeah. But that video where, he shoots his dad, that was the
Like
video
he
that
said,
really
trying to
gave
be.
it
I love how
away.
you said trying to be kid friendly, even though you dropped the F bomb like
Yeah.
multiple times before.
I try to satisfy everybody. But
No, it's okay, man. Yeah, I get
but yeah, but
it.
the video where he shoots his dad, that was the thing that really gave it away, and I was like, yeah, this is definitely a series, because if you actually did that on YouTube, where you actually shot somebody and you upload that, you're gonna instantly get your YouTube channel. Your whole career would be in jeopardy.
Yeah. There's some
And
weird
then
censorship rules. Yeah, it's some weird
And then I was
censorship
like,
rules. Like,
"Yeah,
yeah.
this is definitely a start." And then afterwards, he did some epilogue where he actually went to Switzerland to film the last episode, and it was awesome to see. And then he snaps his fingers and he's like, "Yeah, the last 3 years has been all a big freaking lie. I fooled you all. This is not my life. I'm just telling a story, but I am a filmmaker and I lived it. So
At
yeah,
least, at least he's like, hey, I staged it all, but who cares? Now I'm living the life that I want to live. So
yeah."
thank you all for falling for it. Ha 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 ha.
And he's done so many incredible things since then, because he's done so many other series. He's done, like a Christmas series. He's done a Halloween series where he did do like these haunted things that first started off as like a haunted exploration series, but then it turned into an actual Halloween type series. And then he did a series called The Devil Inside, where he had this character named Isaac, who's his dark personality from the depression that he was feeling after the Psycho series ended, comes out, and he does things that Jesse would never do, like drink or swear or kill people. And
Yeah.
and he's done so much awesome things since then. And the dude, after like 19 years of being a YouTuber, just like myself, he's finally doing his own movie. He's doing his own movie called Don't Dream About Me. And it's his very first film ever. And
Title is so funny.
yeah,
Oh my
it,
god.
it is funny. It is.
Don't dream about me. That's brilliant.
Yeah, but yeah, if you look it up afterwards, and if you read the plot, you'll be like, oh, because trust me, like when you hear the title "Don't Dream About Me," that's exactly the reaction at first. It's like, why would you make a title like that? But if you read the plot and you look at everything, especially when the trailer drops, that's gonna be dropping on the day the movie releases. If you read the plot, you'll be like, ah. It's a funny title, but it's not in the way I expect. But trust me, it's awesome. And he's been working on this for 2 years, and it's being released on October 25th on actual streaming platforms, Amazon and all those streaming stuff. It's
All of them?
amazing, and I'm so proud
I
of
thought
him.
it'd be one of them. Probably Amazon, maybe.
Yeah.
Imagine trying to upload it all on like Netflix, Disney Plus at the same time, all the streaming wars again.
Funny enough, one of his series was originally supposed to be. He tried to pitch it to Netflix. There was a series that he did a couple years ago called My Virtual Escape, which I highly suggest you guys go watch. That's basically a continuation of Isaac's story and everything. But yeah, there was a point where he tried to pitch it to Netflix for them to actually air it, and he went as far as to actually making a trailer for it. But it didn't work out. But it would have been great to see that on Netflix, honestly. Um, but yeah, it's honestly, I'm just so proud of him, because it took him 19 years just to get to this point. Like, you've done web series for years. You did a 3.5 year series that fooled the entire world and the entire public, and now you're jumping into Hollywood and you're doing your own movie. Like, it's so poetic. It's so poetic. And he's been through so much in the last couple of years too, especially during the production. He got really sick. He ended up getting long COVID, and then he had this bacterial. He's so much. It's so much to say in one podcast, but just the fact that this
Yeah.
dude, it's like, now you finally made it, and now you're finally doing something that's making you happy, and he's promoting it and everything. And um I'm so excited to see this film because everything that Jesse releases, I don't care what the fans say, I don't care what the critics say. Every video he's done, it's a masterpiece. It's seriously a masterpiece. That's the work he's put in. It's amazing.
It's incredible. I think it's a great story as well, you know.
And that's why I was like, if this guy can do what he's doing, I can do that too.
And
And
enjoy it too. I think that's the other thing
yeah,
too. It's like if you enjoy what you're doing, then it's going to last a really long time. It's going to go for a long, long time because most people who make videos, you'll see those like cheap AI kind of like, oh, here's the marble races of AI voices. Like, oh, this looks fun. But it's like, how long does that last? I mean, yeah, sure, it's a quick. I mean, yeah, you make a little couple bucks from that. That's fine. But it's like if you're not really enjoying it, it's like it's not going to last long because it's like
right.
fad's going to pass. No one's going to pay attention to it anymore. Something else is going to come off. It's going to be bigger. Like the Sora thing. Oh, that's so. Oh my god. The Sora. Have you seen those videos?
The Sora thing is insane. It's getting
It's
to a
how
point where
mental is it? How insanely mental. It's like
I saw
we're
a
pretty much
Sora
screwed as society.
I saw a Sora 2 video literally just, like, probably, like, minutes before I came here. They literally did a Sora 2 AI video of Bluey, and it
Oh
looks
my god.
so
Wow.
realistic. It's like, it's getting to that point where when they say, like, AI is gonna take over, like, your jobs, it's
Oh,
getting to that
it's
point.
there. It's just there
It's
now.
there,
Like I saw
and
a
it's
video too. I
so
saw a video.
close.
How crazy is this? But I saw a video of like a Pokemon episode, and it's like the Pokemon is Garfield, and it's like, what is going? Like that's mental. Like the fact that it looks like the design, and it's really scary. And then there's just a bunch of people doing SpongeBob stuff, which is hilarious because SpongeBob is the most
Yeah,
memeable show in history.
The Bluey one I saw while trying not to go, like, too da it's dark because it's literally, like, Chili and Bandit fighting, and you could see Bluey, like, getting totally affected by it, and there was one scene where she's literally in her room as they're fighting, and she's crying, and it looks so real I'm like, "Who does that?" Like, it looks so realistic, and then it
Someone's like,
literally
"Oh,
it
let me
did
do an AI video of Bluey crying. The guys will
yeah.
like this one."
And then then it literally ends with Bandit, like, Bluey's in bed, and Bandit comes in, like, all cinematic mode, darks, and he's like, "This is all your fault, why my wife left." I'm like
Oh, come on. No, leave Bluey alone. Don't do that. No.
I'm like, the studio behind Bluey's gonna get contact about this, and they're gonna demand that those videos get taken
That
down.
is so cruel. Not only that, but that's so cruel. That's so cruel.
Yeah,
How could they do that to Bandit, man? Like,
yeah.
Bandit's awesome. He's like the perfect father role model on television.
Yeah, and he's and the guy who voices him is in a band, and the band's actually been on a Wiggles album too. Um, yeah, it's literally amazing.
It's crazy stuff.
It's so interesting how big Bluey has become, especially in recent years. Bluey has become it's become a staple in my household. Literally every second of the day, we literally would either mention Bluey or we would be playing Bluey all the
Bluey's
time.
Bluey's become our prime minister. Oh, I mean, Bluey's just
Yes,
the mascot of our country at the
Bluey has
moment,
been the
man.
prime minister of the entire world.
Bluey is honestly like, and not only that, I think the show has really helped put Brisbane on the map as well. So now the whole world knows where Brisbane is in Queensland, where it's always nice and warm and sunny. It's pretty much like the Florida of Australia.
Yeah, I saw pictures of it afterwards, and
And they
it
use
looks
actual
great.
landmarks too to like show like because all the locations are based off real places in Queensland
Yeah,
and Brisbane in particular. So it's nice that that's getting some airtime. But yeah,
yeah,
no, Bluey, I love Bluey. Honestly, Bluey is one of the best things to happen on television in like a very, very long time. And I think the episodes they make are like so high quality. That's why I hate it when like everyone's allowed to do AI videos, but if they're doing stuff like that, if they're doing videos like Bluey crying and Bandit like saying stuff like wait, what was the video?
So basically, it was a video of like Bandit and Chili fighting, like typical like fighting, like I
Yeah,
hate
family
you
stuff.
and
Yeah.
you're this and blah blah
Oh,
blah, and it shows Bluey like literally on the floor, and she's looking at her dad and being like, "Can we not do this?" And they're fighting, and then it transitions to her in her bedroom, literally under the blankets, crying, like literally crying, so realistically, and you can hear her like whimpering and crying. And then it shows
oh,
another scene of her in the bed, and the background is the door, and her dad comes in. Literally, it's dark, and he literally says in a low voice, like, "You're the reason why my wife left me." And he comes
that
closer
is
and closer
so
until it
cruel.
ends.
That is so cruel. Whoever did that is a monster.
Yeah,
Honestly, that is that is
I
so cruel.
I have to. I have to send you that after. It's crazy
I
how
don't know if I'm ready to see it. I feel like if I watch it, I'm gonna cry. You just gonna get
I know, but
it's so
at the same
realistic.
time, like this is why people like really need to become aware. Like AI is here; it's here to stay, and it's
Unless
getting to that
I
point where
think
it's becoming so realistic to the point where you can't even tell if it's AI or not anymore.
Yeah. Well, I think people using that software, as long as it's got like a sort of tag or something, or if they need to be labeled as AI, just to kind of like, because I know it's going to be AI is pretty much inevitable at this point. It's going to become the
Yeah,
norm. It's like it's going to be used whether we like it or not in like the
yeah,
settings. It's
people
like,
and people can do what they want. Like they can raise awareness of it, and they can do like all these campaigns, like to like try to cancel and everything, but it's like, why are you even wasting your time? Like, it's here to stay. It's here to stay.
it's and the
My
problem.
view on it, honestly, is like, do it for the right things, but don't do it, for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, like losing creativity. Like people use it for like their ideas, and that's actually a really scary thing because it's like if we come to the point where we can't critically think for ourselves and we have to rely on AI to do that for us, I mean, it's a very bad sign for us and for a lot of people. I mean, I'm not going to pretend like, oh, it's a bad thing because at the same time, I've used AI a lot in like the last couple of years. I'm not gonna lie, it's very addictive. That's the scary thing about it too. It's really addictive. It is so addictive.
I probably used, and this is honest to God to people who have seen on my channel. I'm always an honest person. But I try, but unless I'm able to talk about it, I will talk about it. There's probably one play along video we sing together where a background was made using AI.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it was like
A background. Sometimes, I mean, the little things don't matter. It's like little things like that. So I don't think it's a big deal. I think the big deal is like when you use it to create. Honestly, the videos I had a few videos I uploaded recently, which were basically just AI albums to disco music, which was songs
can
from
we
High
talk
Five and
about
the
your
Wiggles.
Bluey AI cover to the Wiggles song? Because that was so unique.
That was
My
only because it was trending, and I just like, and they
That
used to
was
do a
so
thing where,
unique.
yeah,
My friends, when we saw that video, my jaw literally dropped. Not only just by the fact that it was a AI cover, but the fact that you actually voiced and transcribed it through AI. It's crazy. It's
the one I did
absolutely
recently, yeah, that
crazy.
one, the one I did with "Sing with Me," that song from the
Yeah,
Wiggles,
yeah.
and I thought it was very cute. After I finished it, I listened back to it, and then I did the translations, and I was like, I was getting emotional. I was like, this is so cute. This is like the actual show. I'm gonna
Especially Bluey and Bingo at the end. It was so I was literally about to cry. It was
like,
so cute.
we want to sing too. Yay!
And I imagine and not saying this will ever happen, but I was like, imagine this was animated. Imagine this was animated. It would have been so good.
Don't worry. I think we'll get there. I mean, once Sora comes, I'll see if it can do that for me. I don't know if it will, but
I mean,
uh,
Bingo has collaborated with Emma, so you never know.
Bingo. Oh, absolutely, yeah.
That was a cute video.
That was
So
so cute.
cute.
I remember that video. Yeah, the video of like if you go on Emma Mema's Instagram, for those, that's Emma Watkins, who was in the Wiggles
Yeah.
formerly, and she's now become her own thing with Emma Mema. And she did a collaboration with Bingo from Bluey, and there's a video of them dancing together, and it's the cutest thing. It's like, oh, makes
Very
you
well
want to.
done.
It's just, oh, it's so
Very well
adorable.
done.
I love it. I just love it. I feel so proud that, you know what? I just realized Australia knows how to make the world in like cuddle up and enjoy these like lovable characters. Like we got, well, I mean, we gave the world Bluey, we gave the world the Wiggles, we gave the world Steve Irwin and the Irwins, and we also gave the world High Five as well in many different languages as well, and the Bananas in Pajamas and Play School and just so many other great shows. It's just, although I kind of regret, unfortunately, I regret that we gave the world Rupert Murdoch. So apologies for that one. Oh, it's just,
Jesus,
we've
man.
given some of the greatest things to this planet, but at the same time, we kind of gave one terrible thing. So at this, a few terrible things. But look, at the end of the day, we gave the world the Wiggles. We gave the world Bluey now. And Bluey's like become the biggest thing in the world, so big that even American kids are speaking in Australian. Have you tried, like, hold on, I'm gonna ask you this. Have you tried copying any of the accents from Bluey? Or is it just like airport?
Honestly, I've never thought of trying it, honestly.
This is trivial.
Airport?
Oh no.
Bingo, you're going to the airport tomorrow. Airport? I ain't no airport. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are, mate.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, mate. Yeah, let's go to the airport. This is difficult.
Hello,
Trivia. This is
ladies.
me and you. It's mom and dad and a cockatoo. Oh, I love. I feel so proud to honestly be a so. I mean, I don't know about you, Ryan. Like, I'm happy the world enjoys the show, but I feel so proud that it came from Australia. Like that, we gave the world that show. After
Yes.
everything that's happened, we gave the world that show, and I feel so proud to even be associated with my country with that show, because like
Yeah.
it's crazy. Oh, I wish we could have more to talk about that, but before, because I feel like we've been going for a very long time, and we will wrap up shortly. But before I do, I just like to ask you, because most people, because it is the Joey Wiggle experience, there's a few questions I must ask. The first one is, what was it like working on the fan dubs?
Wow. Working on the fan dubs honestly was very, very interesting and something really new because while I voice acted before, I've never was in a fan dub. So I really didn't know what to expect when I was part of these fan dubs. I remember specifically when I was in the first one, for Hey There Wally. I remember when I was singing Hey There Wally, um, I get comparisons sometimes that my voice is very similar to Greg's, especially when I'm singing. But when I was doing Hey There Wally, something I was just getting into the song. I was like, I'm gonna go all out. And I sung the note like an octave higher. And I just remember when I sent it to you, and then and then Jake's
They
reaction
found,
was
yeah.
priceless. Jake was freaking out. The fact that I can sing, he knew I sang, but he didn't know I can sing that high. Everyone
I think
freaked
I was
out when
shocked too.
I,
I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I was like, that was incredible.
yeah. Honestly, God, I freaked myself out. I was like, what did I just do?
It just
Yeah,
seems
so that
so well you freak out yourself.
I was like, I hope this is acceptable.
Oh, mate, it was more than acceptable. It was just the most needed thing for the fan. That's what made the fan dub specials, because everyone did their own thing. I did my own thing. You did your own thing. And I think just
Yeah.
even in the fan dub after Jason did his own thing, he was playing guitar and he was nailing the Eagle Rock. It was insane. Everyone had their
Yeah.
own uniqueness to everything.
Yeah, and the fan dubs were interesting too because I got to show off like some of my talents. Like for Wiggles movie, I got to show off my singing talent. For the Space Dancing fan dub, I got to show off my voice talent for the first time, where I did the Gloomies, which is another thing too, because when I did the Gloomies, one of my friends, I think it was Tristan, I think he was like, "Are you sure that's you? Because you sound just like them."
Of
And I
course
was
it
like, "Oh my
does.
god."
Of course
We
it
like to
does.
welcome you to Gloom World, but we never welcomed anybody.
That's honestly, I think a lot of
We are
people are
so
gonna have a.
gloomy.
We're so gloomy. Yeah. And then yeah, and then in the recent the third fan dub, actually no, was it the third? Yeah, the third one. Third one was last year, which was the Cold Spaghetti Western, and you had a upgraded role. So you went from singing in the first fan dub to voice acting in the second fan dub, and then doing both of them at the same time in the third one. You played Fernandito Miguel. Miguel, that's
Yes, I
how I
did.
pronounce it. The Mexican, how do I say the he's from Mexico and he's also
Hi!
something like that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
even provided the singing for the because obviously the Mexican stuff's like I mean Spanish. I keep saying Mexican. No, Spanish. Spanish is a very thank you laugh track. The Spanish it's quite it's a fun language, but at the same time the hardest thing is it wasn't even speaking it, it was trying to sing the song at a pace where I was like, it was like I had
I
to
can't even do
keep it up.
that.
I had to keep it up to speed, and it was like, oh, it was so funny. And then yeah, no, I liked I think I liked the song um what was it called? Solito Lindo. Yeah, that's the one. That was great too.
Yeah.
Ay, and we all sang that. It was like that's traditional. That's a
I
great
think my
traditional
favorite
song.
I was part of also the Manzilla background vocal group. I got to sing all the songs um on the soundtrack. I think my favorite one we did was Here Comes Listen to the Drummer, because I think the vocals, the backing vocals sounded super incredibly close to what the original sounded like, and it was like,
And there
"Oh
was a
my
lot of
god, this sounds
vocals.
good."
I had
Yeah.
like 5 or 6 of you guys, including Jason, you, and then there was a few others as well.
It was
It was
yeah,
it was very crisp. I loved it. It was a very great cover.
yeah, it was seriously, and one of my favorite moments too was and this is something you guys may not know, is that in the song Olive Oil, I got to briefly be Greg in that moment, because I was Greg's singing voice in that song, and Joey did
Because I knew
the
someone had to
Alfonso
do the
voice.
opera. Someone had to do the opera voice for Olive Oil. I was like, okay, I'll do this one, and then you can take over for Greg for this song, just so it doesn't
I
like
was
sound,
honored. I was
just so
not
it doesn't sound too
expecting.
confusing and sounds like two different people singing the song. So it's like,
Yeah.
then I could sing high. I can't even. It's a morning right now, so I'm trying to like my voice isn't warmed up. But when I warm my voice up, because I trained as a singer, so I personally had singing lessons, so that's why I'm able to do that opera sing stuff. I learned how to sing from my stomach, not from my throat. Most people do their
Yeah.
throat, and it's like you always have to sing from your gut. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, it was great. That was a great cover. I still I don't know. Can I just ask you, is it one of those things where it's like sometimes do you accidentally get more addicted to listening to the fan dub music than you do to the actual songs? That's like kind of a scary thing in some ways.
I'm gonna be honest. I play the Cold Spaghetti Western fan dub soundtrack on repeat,
It's so
to the
weird.
point
It's like I feel
to the
like
point where
most.
I don't even listen to the original soundtrack anymore.
I think it's no. You listen to the original and it's like you want it to sound new again, but then you listen to the fan dub and it's like, this sounds different. I think that's what made people enjoy the fan dub. It's like, it sounds different. It's still the same thing, but it's a different sound and it's a fan dub. So it's kind of like, because I was inspired to make the Wiggles movie fan dub after seeing a YouTuber back in like 2013, 2014 by the name of Thomas Condon announced that like he was doing a fan dub production to the Wiggles. No, I don't know if it was a fan dub, but I think it was a redub. But he held auditions, but then his channel got terminated. He disappeared for like 10 years. And I still remembered that moment. I was like, okay, I reckon this is what I'm going to do for the Wiggles 30th anniversary. And I think from that point on, it's just because that video went viral. But I mean, I was going to say viral. It got a lot of views at one point, and then they both got terminated. But it doesn't matter because now they're back on YouTube. Because I found a loophole. I found my own loophole when it came to re-uploading my fan dubs, which was doing it via shorts, which I think helps a lot too, because then now everyone can go for certain parts of the video. So yeah, at least I've got a loophole to kind of upload my fan dubs now on YouTube. So that's a beauty. They always have to be under a minute, which is a pain because it's like YouTube will detect it and they'll block the video if it's over an hour.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that's just my experience of you've got a loophole, I've got a loophole. Welcome to YouTube, baby. we understand. We've spent a lot of time on the videos we make, and we want to make sure everyone sees it, and that's why we do what we do.
Right.
Wow, we've actually gone on for a very long time. I think we might have to wrap this up at some point. An hour and a half, I was just told. Yeah, so. We've just had an hour and a half of chatting. This is the longest podcast we've done on the show so far, and for very good reason. It was so wonderful to have you on, Ryan, to chat with, and just like, it was such a very interesting story of you and your YouTube career, because it's something I feel like I can relate to, and we're both pretty much on our way to greatness by also spending time and putting in effort and, ignoring the silly, stupid comments that like people who are so desperate but never have to lift a finger to make the videos we make. It comes off as like, you feel a sense of accomplishment. And I feel like you've already got to that point, and I'm really happy for you, man. Like I really am.
Thank you. And same in returns to you.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you so much, Ryan, for taking such a beautiful amount of time, actually a great amount of time. I do not regret a single minute, because we've just had such a wonderful chat. We were because usually the podcast will go for like an hour, but then sometimes we'll go over an hour if we're in the zone and we enjoy it. And I feel like we just really enjoyed it, and I'm so happy. I think this has been probably one of the best podcasts by far. I think every episode just gets better and better for some reason. And I'm really happy that we've had this chat, and thank you so much for taking the time, and and hopefully it's not too late over there. I think it's probably, is it like what, 10 o'clock at night at the moment? 10:40. Okay, so it is pretty late, so I'll make sure we wrap this up so you can get some sleep. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this podcast and for listening. If you're on Spotify and Apple and iHeartRadio, yeah, this podcast is everywhere, by the way. It's on I feel like I put it on every.
Oh, yeah. I just realized this is going to be my Spotify debut, technically.
Spotify debut. Oh, wow. That's interesting, man. Oh, so this is the first time you'll be featured on Spotify.
Yeah, I think this is the first time a podcast I'm in is going to be like almost everywhere, because the other podcast I was in, Casa Loud Chats, was, I think it was only YouTube only, and maybe some other places, but this is the first time where I'm going to be probably everywhere.
That is incredible, man.
So I've done another thing this year.
Whoa, you made a Spotify debut. That's another thing to add to the long resume of I'm a content creator and podcaster. I don't know. I'd love to, honestly, one day, if it does come to a podcast, man, I don't know when or if it will happen, but if it does, give me a shout, man. I'll repay the favor. I'll rant on about my stories and stuff.
Yeah, I hope I hope someday to make my own podcast. That actually sounds like a really good
It is a
idea.
lot of time consuming. I mean, I've committed
Yeah.
to like an episode a week, so that's kind of like the thing. So
Yeah.
as long as you've got that kind of commitment, that's up all right, man.
Yeah. We'll
Anyway,
see.
thank
We'll
you.
see where it
We'll,
goes.
we'll see where it goes. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna wrap up here, and thank you so much, Ryan, for taking the time to chat with us. It's been such a privilege to have you on the podcast, talking about you, your story, and the people you've worked with, and where you are now. Thank you all so much for watching. And if you've got a question about this podcast today, be sure to leave it in the comment section below. I'd love to see what you guys think. And also stay tuned because we have some great guests in the coming weeks. You will not believe who we have next week. It'll be a surprise. And you are all going to be blown away at what we talk about. But anyway, we will reveal who it is soon. So, anyways, thank you for listening to the podcast. You can listen to it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and you can also listen to it on Amazon and iHeartRadio to be exact. And also, if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe to the channel and to hit the notification bell to stay up to date with brand new episodes every Sunday. And before we wrap up, just want to give a quick thanks to Ryan for taking the time. It's been a privilege talking to you, mate.
It's been a privilege talking to you, Joey, anytime.
Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. And thank you all for listening. Have a good evening. And yeah, keep on wiggling. I guess that's how we wrap it up these days.
Yeah, and as I always say at the end of my videos, guys, don't forget to stay golden.
Stay golden. Yeah, we'll wrap up on that. That's how we'll wrap up this episode. Exactly. Thanks, guys, for watching. And remember to stay golden.
Stay golden.
Stay golden.
Heck yeah.